I need to see a post from Ryan Reynolds where he just looks at the section in the finale and just says, "Challenge accepted."
I tell you right now, nothing. Before we even get there, I just watched 24 minutes of auditory drugs. I don't know what the flying fuck was going on when they hit that scene at Emil's little retreat, but my brain broke. I was gone. In the best way possible. I was screaming, I was hollering, I don't know what was going on. I am now... Anyone that watches this show and doesn't like it, you are literally trying to hate something that is meant for you to hate and purposely calling it out just because you can't stand liking something and your ass fell for the bait.
1000%.
This show is made specifically for every one of you stupid, dumb, I'm not going to swear anymore, people that went out of their way to hate this show just to get you to hate it more so they could call out your sorry asses in the finale.
And it was beautiful.
This might be the best thing Marvel's ever done. This is for sure, by far, by a country mile, the best thing that is currently on Disney+. I've liked it better than anything they've done Marvel-wise. I've liked it better than anything they've done other content-wise. It's better than most of the Star Wars shit that I've seen. The sheer amount. Okay, let's get through the beginning shit so we can get to the end, shall we?
Yeah, let's start with the beginning, which is a great parody of
the fucking 76 show.
I actually have a little bit of historical context with this. So, fun fact: Jennifer Walters is one of the last characters that Stan Lee created, and the reason he did so is to get ahead of the, I think it was either NBC or CBS who was running the Lou Ferrigno Hulk show in the 70s. He created She-Hulk so the network couldn't create their own original character for the series.
That sounds about right.
So the fact that they used that as like the parody for the intro is just perfection.
And I watched as soon as that started hitting. I'm like, you've got to be shitting me. And then I went back and I watched it. The whole dumb fucking like chair and all this shit, everything. It was exact.
Yep.
It's like I'm sitting here and I'm actively getting irritated at how this finale's going. I'm literally getting pissed off how this show starts. I'm like, out of all that, and like, we talked about it last week, where we're like, they had all these people ready to go in no time flat. All these intelligentsia people just fucked right off. And then they had all these people, guns blazing, ready to go, just knowing Jen was going to be mad at this freaking ceremony. I'm like, this makes no sense. Logically, in this story, this makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it for freaking 45 minutes, that it just, this ending can't make sense going where they're going, because they'd have to introduce so much. Because they purposely made it not make sense.
They know what they're doing.
They went out of their way to purposely make people think the show was going to screw up. Including people like me that like the show.
I feel dumb for being worried, because I said at the end of our review, I am excited and scared for the finale. I feel dumb for being worried.
They played everyone, including us that like the show.
We all got played, and the writers are just sitting there laughing.
And I'm like, and as the show's going on, I'm just like, Dennis, of all people, is getting to live the high life. It's like, we dated for a while. She was a total bitch. I'm like, no, they're not doing this. I am ready to go from this being my favorite Disney Plus show to being my absolute worst. And an episode flat, I was getting so pissed. I'm sorry for yelling, but that was literally me the whole time going, guys, you finally had you had a show where everyone who hated it was literally hating it just because it was a female. And then you're going through all of this. Dennis is getting one up on her. All these people from Intelligentsia are getting one up on her. Everyone is just shitting all over her life. And then we get to... I can't fucking get over this finale. And then we get the fucking Jen is calling out the narrator, where it's just like, no, we're not doing this stupid horse shit. This episode is dumb. Even she's like, what is this stupidity? This reeks of Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
As soon as I heard the narrator, I'm like, oh, so I'm gonna love this episode then, because they know what they're doing.
Absolutely. I'm like, there has to be some giant thing that they do that makes this make sense. Because I was getting so pissed. I have never been this against how an episode went of a show that I liked in my life. Simone from Gurren. I haven't mentioned it in She-Hulk yet. Start the ticker over. They shit all over his life for 3 episodes straight, and I didn't hate it because it made sense. And in here again, because they knew it wasn't going to make sense and they were going to rip on it, they purposely had it go as worse as possible.
So let's recap. She is held captive at damage control.
Yes. Well, no, not even damage control. Did we even establish that that's damage control?
Well, when you see her walking out, there's a sign that says DODC.
Oh, okay. I never remember that we actually called it that. Go ahead.
Anyway, she's held captive because of all of that, and she can't be She-Hulk anymore. She obviously lost her job at the law firm.
Yep.
But despite that, Nikki and Pug are still best bros.
Because they are the best supporting cast that Marvel has ever made.
Oh yeah. And then the paparazzi is swarming around her apartment, so she's like, "Fuck this! I'm going back to my parents."
Her dad is the best. Her dad's just the best. They go moving in, and he blows them all away with the hose. And he's just like, "I don't care if we're in a drought. I got water pressure for days."
Love it.
He's so good.
And then I love how Nikki gets the invite to the meeting
by stealing an embarrassing video from her mom. She's the best. She's the worst best friend ever because she's like, she's gonna hate me for doing this, but she needs me to do this. This is so bad, dude. But literally, not to throw out names because I'm not gonna. There's an old person that you would be used to make content for.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
This whole show, I felt was completely like, no, don't worry. There's 900 of that guy in there. Because when he goes, won't it look like a moron for having my earbud in? No, trust me, you won't be. And only refer to women as and I just love how Pug is like, I can't do this. Nikki, I can't do this. I can't be mean to women. I can't do it. Go in there, be gross, Pug, be a man. She got her powers through nepotism. Yeah, she totally slept with the...
His delivery is just perfect. I love it. It's like, she got her powers through nepotism. It's like, did she sleep with Holloway?
Yeah.
Yeah, it pisses me off.
He's We know he can be a stone cold dickhead in Arrow, and he's trying so hard to be nice. But then we get to the parts where I'm like, start get outside of being just upset. I start getting physically irritated.
All right, so let's talk about this. Okay, Todd being Hulk King.
That part made sense to me.
It made sense, but I also, in hindsight, felt it was way too obvious.
Yes.
Because he's just too extra of a person.
He is. And it's just all of it added in. It's from just like, all right, I get it. We're not getting MODOK. But like, Todd.
Yeah, Todd, come on. All right, so now here's some more oh come on moments. Todd has She-Hulk's blood, or
he has She-Hulk's blood. Before we get there, they have Abomination walking in to talk for them.
Okay, well, yes, we'll get there, but
that was before the blood. That's why I'm just bringing that up.
I know, but before we get there, I love just the pure coincidence that Jen goes to Emil's ranch for a few days because she can't deal.
Yes.
Naturally. But I love how it's revealed that the safe house is where Intelligentsia is having their meeting. That kind of feels even more like, oh, this is a bad ending.
And I'm just like, all of this is like, you felt it piece by piece, ripping their own plot lines apart and just throwing them in a shredder. And I'm like, actively, like, everyone tells me this finale's great. I'm having people tell me it's the best thing Marvel's done. And then this is happening, and I'm getting, like, literally pissed off. And then they're like, oh, the sex tape's not the worst thing. We also did this and did that. And I also stole your blood. I'm like, where Jen is literally stealing the words out of my mouth. She's like, we're not doing this. This cannot be what we built up to. This is so stupid. And he turns into a low budget looking like Shrek wannabe, like, bruh, monster. And then fucking out of nowhere, for no reason, not even knowing that they'd be there, Titania bursts through the wall. And they're just like, we need to go. We need to, like, just like, well, that's not making any sense. Dude, fucking Bruce falls through the ceiling.
Hang on, before we get there, I think it was either Nikki or Pug who said, like, does that bitch ever use a door?
No, it was Nikki that doesn't. That bitch never uses the door. And then finally, and he's just like, put my cousin down, you. Just like, all of this, I'm like, okay, y'all need to do something that starts making sense right now, because I'm getting so pissed. And then all of a sudden they stop, and it's just like, they cut to the fucking Disney Plus screen. Because they're like, oh no, everyone's getting mad. Stop the presses. I'm like, I thought I was having a stroke. I didn't know what was going on. And then she's just like, oh no, this screen ain't stopping it. Punches through the She-Hulk thing. He's like, all right, where is it? Where is it? We need to talk. Where are they? Marvel's Avengers Assemble. Hold on. Kicks that through. I ejected my headphones. Hold on. Say something. So, okay, I gotcha.
Okay.
She kicks it through, and she just storms Marvel headquarters into the exact version of people that I'm close friends with, and also people that I can't stand, of what they exactly think Marvel headquarters is, just to say, we know what you think it is, and we're gonna feed into it.
I'm pretty sure they filmed at least part of that on the actual Disney lot because
Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. She literally goes in and starts ripping the shreds like Bruce comes down from space. Why do we need to have more super soldier? The blood thing? That's just super soldier serum, which is how a ripoff of how the Hulk got his shit in the first place. And she's just like, that's everything I'm irritated about. Are they really doing this? Are they doing the most self-referential? We're going to rip our own asses open so that everyone realizes this and knows that we're not doing this shit on purpose. We're actually creative. I was
and that's not even the best. That's not even the best part. The best part is like this is the story that Kevin wants. And
Kevin, if you didn't watch this with subtitles, you did not get the joke immediately because they made Kevin an anagram.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you mad bastards doing? What are you actually doing? And the best part about those subtitles is they only made it an anagram when the Marvel writers said it.
Yep.
Not when Jen said it. I'm like, if y'all made, and I'm like, okay. You can't do the level of ripping on yourselves that I think you're gonna do. They didn't go as far as what they thought I thought they were gonna do.
Hold on,
but they're close.
Before we get to what they actually did, what did you think they were going to do?
I thought they were gonna have they were gonna make a Kevin version of fucking MODOK.
Oh,
like full on giant Kevin Feige head with little arms.
As funny as that would be, what they ended up doing instead might be even better.
It's like, at this point, I didn't know what the show writers were on. And I didn't know how stupid they were going to get. But I was just in my seat, and I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. I just couldn't. I literally felt like I was having an out-of-body experience.
This is part of the reason why I watched this episode twice, just because I couldn't believe that it was actually real.
And then everyone was like, why didn't they talk about a bunch of stuff at D23? Why didn't they do a bunch of all this other things and talk about all that? Why? Because they did a miniature fucking D23 presentation once they got to Kevin!
And Kevin stands for...
Wait. We didn't get there yet. They made her go in and sign an NDA.
Oh, wait. Yeah, you're right.
Because they're like, we make everyone that comes in here. And the best part is Jen is literally going through 14 pages of these NDAs that you expect everyone that goes and works at Marvel has to sign.
Yep.
And then they hit the freaking emergency button. They're like, no one should be able to talk to Kevin. No one should be able to go behind the curtain. They literally just made Kevin the Wizard of Oz.
And then they have their Iron Man 2 moment where I swear that hallway scene reminded me of Black Widow coming in
so much. And it's just, this is the most of a Marvel property ever where I had no idea what they were going to do. At all. If they don't do a She-Hulk, like, we're going to keep going. But I'm going to be legitimately upset if we don't get a She-Hulk season 2.
There needs to be one.
This could be the most talked about thing they've ever done. Outside of Endgame and Infinity War. This is the coolest thing they've ever done. Mm-hmm. But what does Kevin stand for, Mike?
Let me see if I can actually find it.
I have it written down.
Okay, go ahead.
Knowledge enhanced visual interconnectivity nexus. He's a fucking computer algorithm. And I'm like, guys, please fully rip on yourselves like you never have before. And then they automatically go, it's like, yes, everything feeds through me. I run an algorithm through internet search history and media results to make the perfect movie every time.
Did you notice the design of the AI?
Did I miss something?
The visor. Um, under all the the lights, there's a visor on top that looks just like his usual hat.
Oh, okay. Oh God, I see it now. Oh, I see it now. Now that I'm remembering it. Yep. Yeah, it was totally there. Damn it. It totally is. I was way too into that scene that I didn't even freaking realize he had his hat on. But he's just like, yes, I always do everything through the exact same way. I always make the perfect movie. Some are better than others, but they're all really good.
Some are better than others, but I let the internet. I leave.
I let the internet decide. That's what it was. But I let the internet decide for me. Oh my gosh. Oh, Jen and Kevin are my two new favorite Marvel characters. And also, before you speak to me, can you please transform back into Jen? You're a very expensive character.
But do it once the camera's away from you.
Because the visual effects crew isn't here today.
No, the visual effects crew moved on to another project.
Yeah, another project. That's what it was. Oh my gosh. But it's like, then she's talking about how all the stuff she wants changed in her finale. We'll get to that. But all of a sudden, then she's like, and Kevin is being physically, you can tell that the AI is getting physically irritated with everything that Jen is complaining about. Because out of nowhere, then she's just like, oh, and let's talk about daddy issues. Oh no, you're sitting down. Stark, daddy issues. Captain America, different daddy issues. Star-Lord, he's got two dads, double the daddy issues.
Loki, same dad, same issues.
You can never be allowed to access Kevin ever again. But we start getting into this finale where she starts ripping it to shreds. Where she's just like, the bloodline, that makes no sense. We're just have this big Hulk. We've done everything for this. Why would we have that? All right, he's taken away. And then Bruce coming in from space to save my life. Yes, but we needed to have him come down. And no, it's out. But he was going to explain, save it for the movie. They literally rip on how they have to have a character come in and explain something that everyone says they have to do. They literally said that because when you go down and you think about it, they actually don't do it all that often. I sat and thought about it, where there's pinpoint moments where someone goes out of their way to sit down and think of it. I thought in my head since then, they've done 20-some movies and almost 6 Disney Plus shows. I think they've done it 4 fucking times.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, number one, and then the save it for the movie with the Hulk. Not saying what movie, the movie. Do I need to add that for the longest time, they said they were never going to touch Namor because he was buried in some rights pile in Universal's basement.
And guess who's coming next month?
And guess who also was stuck in Universal's rights pile?
I guess that's clear. I guess that's cleared up now.
Yeah. If we get a I don't know what Hulk movie, everyone's going to be happy. And so they did. Anyway, swoop, Hulk gets zipped away. And all of a sudden, Emil, I need him to be held responsible for his actions. Boop, Hulk gets shot down. And then they're just like, and I could use a little bit more Daredevil. A girl's got needs. So Matt's just there. And then the best line I think she's had the whole series. That's what you just changed the whole perfect ending that I had. That's what we Hulks do. Bruce smashes through walls. I smash through bad endings and bad continuity. And also every now and then Matt Murdock and just walks away.
Love that.
Tatiana, oh, where have you been all my life? She's so good. I've barely seen her in anything. This might be my favorite thing she's ever done.
I might have to go back and watch Orphan Black now just because of this.
That girl literally bleeds, sweats, cries charisma. It's illegal how good she is at being charismatic without trying. She's so good. Every scene she's in, she just chews through it. She was literally picking the scenery out of her teeth when she was walking out of that room. No one should be able to have that good of an interaction with an AI. No one since Tony Stark has done that good with having an interaction with an AI in a movie.
Yeah, that takes a level of commitment.
Oh my gosh. But, and then they just zip back. It's all fixed. I'll see you in court. Whoop. And then they went, oh yeah, all that dumb stuff you thought was going to happen. Nah, all that's fixed. Oh, Jen, I'm here. Well, you just missed it. Did they hook up? They're totally a thing, but don't make a big deal out of it. If you, and we get this ending, if y'all are going to make Matt and Jen an actual couple, it might be my favorite on-screen comic book couple of all time.
This is only going to be a problem because they kind of have to be a long-distance relationship.
I'd be okay with that. I would be so okay with that. Because can you imagine the phone calls of the legal issues? Can you imagine? And you want to know what that opens up? She-Hulk showing up in Daredevil.
Oh, it is totally happening.
And they've got 18 episodes. And you want to know what's expensive in Daredevil? Nothing. So they can have her there a lot. Yep. But, man, going back to how great her parents are. Matt stopping over for family dinner and getting the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure like the writers just like came up with they came up with like an Excel spreadsheet of every single question that every parent asks every child's significant other.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And then he's just like, I didn't think that's where this conversation was going. And your dad's like, FYI, every question for the rest of the day is going to head in that direction. Charlie Cox is having the time of his life. Can you tell he is so damn happy to be back playing Daredevil?
Oh my god, he's just glowing.
It's, man, and again, not saying that Matt was an emo kid, but getting to see Matt smile. Charlie Cox is one of the most genuine smiles on the planet. And it's
he will charm the pants off of you.
Oh, yes. And we talked about what might happen with the Hulk going away, that he had to go to Sakaar for reasons.
Yep.
Now, Mike, what legal issue did the Hulk have to go get ripped to Sakaar for? Was it perhaps child support?
Possibly.
We have Scar.
And he looks
like Scar.
I am curious if people on that planet age a bit faster.
I don't know.
Because he doesn't look like a
teenager.
Yeah, he looks at least 30.
Well, I don't know what a kid that only looks like a Hulk would age like.
Fair.
Because you're going to have to correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, you have to correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't there some horse shit about how the Hulk's kid was born and he was borderline and it like grew up like gestating in lava or some horse shit?
Let's see.
I swear there was something like that with one of his kids.
Okay. This is important. He was conceived during the Hulk's time on Kyra's home planet of Sakaar.
Yep.
Following the Hulk's departure from the planet, Sakaar emerged from a cocoon with the appearance and age equivalency of a human preteen. He matured rapidly, achieving a teenage appearance in just 1 year.
Okay, that makes
sense. That automatically takes care of why he looks the way he does.
Okay. So, I don't even know. This is hands down my favorite Marvel like this beat WandaVision for me.
It's tied for Loki. It's tied with Loki at number 1.
I can't. That might be the best single episode of a superhero thing I've ever seen. Because everything that went into it and how it built and what they were meaning behind that episode, it was so perfect.
Yeah. This genuinely raises the bar for Deadpool 3.
Like you said, I want to know what Ryan Reynolds is thinking, where it's like, well, I can't just talk to the screen anymore.
Like he's got to do something that he's got to do something that really blows this one out of the water.
Like, he has to do something on the level of 2 things. If either of these happen, I will be shocked. 1, the movie begins, and it's one of the old Fox X-Men movies. And he literally just kidnaps Logan out of it. Or 2, which I think I prefer, is the movie starts and it zooms in on a house. And then someone is making their dinner and they're going to sit down and they drop the plate and you see that it's Hugh Jackman just living his life. And it just announced Logan was his last movie and he's retired as Wolverine. And Deadpool just goes in and goes, I'm begging you, please God, I need you in this movie. Or he just kidnaps him.
I'd be fine with either.
And then you just act like nothing happened. He's just in the movie, but you don't bring it up. Like, you just forget the kidnapping happened. He just turns out to be Wolverine just in the movie. Like, they never bring up the kidnapping. Or, like, I don't know. You have to do something drastic now, because that blew everything out of the water. Outside of when he goes and kills himself in Last Stand. No, Origins.
Yep.
That's the closest thing they've done to this. Hi, Monica, by the way. Yeah, nothing comes close. They went to the Disney lot, for crying out loud. She met the algorithm that makes Disney movies. What can you do? Or you have Deadpool sitting with lawyers talking about what it will take to get him into Disney.
I would love to see that.
Oh, no. But my God, they need to make this something big.
I'm not saying it'll happen, but do you think there's even the slightest chance that She-Hulk is in Deadpool 3?
I don't know if she'll be in it, but I bet you she gets mentioned. Because Deadpool's closing over into Marvel, and you have to imagine at some point that he's going to go, I go away for 3 years, and then some big green bitch is over here stealing my thunder? Like, there has to be something, and then someone's going to go, but wait, she actually did first. I don't care who did it first. I did it in the movies first. There has to be something. If they don't mention her, it'll be a crime. And you can't tell me that Ryan's like, I have to mention her. Because they're in the script writing process right now. They haven't even come close to shooting. The movie got pushed back.
So they got time to add in like a joke or two.
Absolutely. Like, can you even imagine if they had those two just like having dinner?
Oh God, there would be no fourth. There would be no fourth wall.
Where it's just like, what would you think? I've never gotten someone to compare notes with before. What would you think if in the ending I did this? Is like, no, that's a good one. Don't mention that though. Make them wait for it. Like, just stupid crap like that. this show has made me excited for like 6 billion things.
Same.
And the worst part is, like, our next 2 shows, what's the one after Echo? Armor Wars?
I think. Hold on, I'm gonna bring
Like
up
actual shows, not the Christmas special.
Keep talking. I'm gonna bring up the.
Because it's like we're going from the most ridiculous thing Marvel's ever done, like wacky wise.
Okay, it's Secret Invasion first, then Echo, then Loki season 2, then Ironheart, then Agatha Coven of Chaos, then Daredevil Born Again.
Okay, so we're gonna get 2 of the most serious shows they could produce after this.
Yep.
Especially Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion looks like it's gonna be intense, and then it'll be back to Loki with a little bit of the stupid thrown in there. Like how it just had to be like, we just did the dumbest thing we've ever done. Here's some serious. I don't know what else to say. I literally watched LSD. I felt like I was on drugs.
And even in the immediate future, we kind of have a palate cleanser with Werewolf by Night and Wakanda Forever. But still, She-Hulk it's She-Hulk.
All right. I don't know what else to say.
I mean, if you're here, I'm assuming you've been following the show. But if you're like one of those people who haven't watched the series but just like listening to spoilers, go watch She-Hulk.
You are literally doing yourself a disservice. Like, you miss nothing from the MCU outside of 2 possible spoilers of things to come. You could experience the entire MCU and the show wouldn't matter, or you could experience the show and the rest of the MCU wouldn't matter. Just go watch it. All right, let's get on out of here. Mike, where can everyone find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Twitter at Ren Pop Culture. You can also find us on YouTube, on Podchaser, on the Banana Meter. Listen to all of our podcasts on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need an escape? So do we.
Absolutely. And you can find me everywhere at Organoid0 here and on YouTube and on Twitch. I'm not going to be streaming this weekend because I'm going to be away at my cousin's wedding, so I'll be gone. That'll also mean that we'll be catching up with last Sunday's Ruby review and next Sunday's, both on Sunday when I get back, depending on time, maybe catching up on something else, I don't know. And then I'll be back into full-time streaming again once I'm back. I know that I want to do a lot more this October, but for once I had a life and it was weird. So yeah, we're going to get on out of here. Monica, catch up. I will have fun. Thank you. All right, everybody, let's get on out of here. Bye.
Peace.